if I have some sort of physical issue going on and I remove that symptom energetically using my hand chakras, I may think that I'm healed, but unless I eliminate the root, which is the mind, because thought is cause. Our thoughts create our reality. Unless I do that, then I'm not actually uprooting it. Just like I can go out to the garden and pull a weed, and it may look like it's gone, but unless I pull away that root, that weed's going to slowly grow back and manifest into the outer reality above ground. Just like if I don't uproot that within my mind, it's going to slowly manifest into my outer physical reality to where I can see it and perceive it through a symptom of some kind.
You were talking about using your imagination to start with
Mhm.
feeling energy, but are there any other practices that an individual can use that might be more tangible in the form of feeling their energy for the first time?
Yeah, concentration. Attention. Like, for example, close your eyes and just scan your body and see if you can feel, like, where do you feel more energy in your body right now?
Personally, I can feel the energy all around me,
Hmm.
but I started being able to have this interesting sense of energy. Maybe it's so about a year or so ago. But to answer your question, I feel most of the energy in my abdomen, stomach area.
Your
Yeah,
abdomen?
yeah,
Okay.
and I know
Okay.
why it is because I have so much. I have
Yeah.
blockages energetically that I've been trying
Hmm.
to work through
Okay.
with the energy.
Where's one?
Where's one?
Yeah,
One
yeah.
of my
Where's
blockages, I would say, is in the first one that came to mind was the sacral, in the sacral chakra area. You know,
Okay, so that's kind of where it's concentrated right now.
yeah,
Okay, well let's do this, because have you ever heard energy flows where the attention goes?
yes,
Exactly. What you put your attention on grows. That's why I said concentration is exactly what we would do. Put your hands together like this. Okay, not necessarily up here. You don't have to do it up here, but
don't show it on camera.
I'm showing you. Yeah, and then just put all of your attention on. There's going to be a pocket, right, where your palms are. A pocket in the center of your. So put all of your attention and continue to hold your attention in that pocket within the center of your hands,
Mhm.
and continue to hold your attention there. Continue to give more attention to your hands. And not necessarily even just that pocket. If that's difficult for anyone, then just feel your hands, all over your hands, your fingers, your palms, the back of your hands. Just continue to put your attention on your hands. Really feeling your hands. If you've started to, like, just naturally tighten them up, loosen them, loosen your grip a little bit, and just feel your hands. Okay, and then now stop and put your hands back on your lap. Now, do your hands feel totally different?
Yeah, you definitely feel that warmth and the tingling. You know.
Yeah, like mine are like pulsating. I mean, I work with my hand chakras all the time, but mine are like whoom, whoom,
Yeah.
whoom. You've just moved some energy. Like for me, previous to that, I felt a lot of energy in like my neck and my heart, like center right here. And now my hands have so much more energy in them than up here.
Yeah.
And so I've moved the energy, and you can just do different things with your attention and moving energy in your body, and then you can get better and better at feeling it and perceiving it. You know, some people, their hands, it might have been like, for me, it's always like this pulsing, like kind of like in Tom and Jerry when a hammer smashes their hand. It's just like whoa, whoa. Like that's how it feels for me. But for some people, it might be like it feels really hot, or it feels really cold, or it's like lots of little tingling going on. The sensation is going to be different for everybody, but that's going to be a way in which you can work with that yourself to perceive these different things and start working with the energy. And that's one definite mechanism, which I've suggested before, of controlling your attention.
I could feel the energy move from my stomach area to my hands. And I was just like, oh, wow,
Hmm.
maybe I should do that more frequently. Because usually when I do my meditations, I focus on just opening and balancing my energy. And I know that the reason why a lot of my lower chakras have been, we'll say, depleted, it just has to do with a lot of things that happened earlier on in my life. And
Hmm.
as I
Yeah,
started
yeah.
progressing in my spiritual journey, that's when I was just like, okay, I really need to start working on this. But I also have had throat chakra issues for years. And
Mm.
it's funny to me, I talk about it sometimes on the show. It's funny because I never thought that I'd be able to get up and do something like this and just have
Yeah.
conversations with people. And that was honestly my favorite thing in the day to
Nice, nice, beautiful.
do. You mentioned how you do a lot of work with your hand chakras and the energies in your hand. Are you
Mhm.
referring to things such as Reiki and healing?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Me, I don't really practice anymore for like maybe like 10 years now. Energy healing on others. I mean, like my family or something. I'll okay, come over here and work with it. But also because I also work with them on the mental. But yes, that is what I'm talking about. But you can use it for so much more than just like healing and things. One thing that I use it for, I do teach and share this, and to be able to make it as free as possible in what I do. I also have a day job, selling mortgage. And I also use my hand chakras on the electronic equipment that I use to be able to move the energy to communicate with the electronics on what things I wanted to create for me. And I first learned this a long time when I first got into metaphysics and things. I was learning about chakras and things and hand chakras, and I've healed myself of a serious heart issue that was going on for like 2 years, and something growing on the back of my head for like the previous year. And then I found out about hand chakras. I was like, okay, let me figure this out. And if it's really real, let's put it to the test right now, because I have some stuff I need to heal. And within 30 days, both were completely gone and haven't seen a sign of them since. And that was over like 11, 12 years ago. But anyways, shortly after that, I'm at a friend's house playing Madden. All my other friends are there, and the friend that I'm playing against is one who nobody's really beating him a whole lot this version of Madden. And his best friend is standing over both of our shoulders, and he's talking a bunch of trash to me. And I'm starting to learn a lot about energy and the flow of energy, and I'm realizing, you know what, Dave is giving me a lot of energy right now. It's a lot of hate. He's hating on me, but it's energy. And I know that energy is neutral. And so he has it charged a certain way, but once I receive it, it becomes my energy to do with what I want. And so, and I'm getting stomped right now. Like I'm down 21-0. They're talking about pass the sticks. And I'm like, nah, hold on. And so I'm like, I just start using my breath to push the energy through my hands, and like out of nowhere, like he throws a pick six. All this stuff just starts happening just for me. And I'm not even paying attention to the game anymore. Like I'm completely internal and paying attention to just the energy I'm receiving and moving it out my hands into the controller. I'm not even giving it any direction of what to do within the controller, because I'm very early on with this. And so I just know that I'm feeding the energy that Dave's giving me. I'm transmuting it inside myself and moving it through the controller. And next thing I know, I beat him like 14 points. And everybody's like, oh, they're all like shocked, like I had this comeback of the year. But I just know all I was doing was moving the energy into the electronics. And from that point, I've then practiced a lot of different things like that. And the more that I'm aware of it, I put it to practice and things. But yeah, you can use your hand chakras to work with energy in so many different ways. So many different ways.
When I started losing the game, I get like focus into the control.
Yeah. But it's a game. It's all about willpower, which is kind of one thing I wanted to touch on when you're talking about your throat chakras. The energy of the throat chakra is all about willpower. Any game is who has the most willpower and who's willing themselves to get there. Who is implementing the most energy to manifest what they are desiring over the other's willpower. On a football, we all just watch the Super Bowl. You have the momentum. It's just all about all of the energy going into it. And something like the football game, Super Bowl versus a Pee-wee game or a high school game, you have millions of people feeding energy into this willpower of what manifests. That's just all what it's about. It's not necessarily you were losing anything that you were doing solely, but in comparison to the will of the other individual, and what they were doing, because that's also going to come into play as far as how much willpower they have, as far as how many hours they put in before this. How many times were they playing Madden by themselves just to be able to have that will and get better, versus where I'm like more of a casual guy. I'll play with my friends I don't even know the last time, but the willpower really comes into play.
For sure. What is it that practice will beat out technique and skill every time?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Is definitely going to be just a little bit better than the person that's naturally good at it. But there's something you said a moment ago about if you didn't uproot the thought or didn't uproot the cause in your mind, then you didn't really get rid of it. How does one uproot something that was negative, or how do they uproot a thought that they no longer wish to have there?
Yeah, well, you have to first identify the root. And that's why I like to talk about structure